Evening, everybody. Welcome to Monday night's Facebook, or not even on Facebook, Monday night's live. It's been a few weeks since I've been live with you all on a Monday. We've had quite a few bank holidays here in the UK. I've been on holiday and life's got in the way of my crafting, which hopefully will be stopping now. So very warm welcome to you wherever you're joining me from. I've also had lots of Facebook dramas that have really got in the way of my crafting, but I'm slowly getting my head around what's happened, and I'm hoping that we're kind of getting back to normal. But just as a little side note, if you've tried to contact me on my Facebook business page recently, I'm not ignoring you. I just have no access to the page anymore. So I'm having to start from scratch again to create my business on Facebook. If you have any questions, just reach out to me separately. But I've had to start my Facebook page again. So if you're watching me on Facebook, great news, you found my new page. If you're watching me on YouTube, do search for me on Facebook, and it's Stacey Marsh, Stampin' Up demonstrator, and it's the one with not a lot of followers and not a lot of information on there, but I'm slowly trying to rebuild that. And I'd be grateful for your help with that as well. So a little side note for you again today. I have had coffee and card this morning. Coffee and card I run twice a month here in Iwade in Kent. And we made 2 cards today. I had a smaller group, so we made 2 cards. And we had a lovely morning, really, really nice time. And then we had monthly card class straight after, which was a real treat. Really busy card class, lots of fussy cutting, donuts, lots of chat. It was really, really nice, and it was a really great way to start my week. So I'm really grateful for that. So tonight, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you my cards from today's coffee and card. I've used a brand new stamp set, and one that probably hasn't jumped out at you of the catalogue yet, but I'm hoping it might jump out at you after tonight. So I will show you my desk. We will craft along together. As always, if you've got any questions or comments, pop them in the chat, and I will do my very best to keep up with you all. So I hope you've got a drink. Hope you're sitting comfortably, and we'll make a little start. So let me just switch cameras. Here we go. Right, so tonight I am going to be playing with this lovely little Just My Type stamp set. And it's a standalone stamp set. It's on its own in the catalogue. And I'll just share it with you. It's on page 69. And this is it in all its glory in the main catalogue. Okay, Mum's still cutting from card class, brilliant. So this is the stamp set. It is photopolymer, so it is one of our see-through stamps, and the images are really, really fun to use, and we had some fun using it today. This beautiful typewriter, which is a little bit tricky to stamp. I think I've got a dodgy stamp, but we'll sort that out separately. And then we've got these 2 little add-on stamps that sit above your typewriter for your paper. You've got some really gorgeous sentiments, some add-on images, and this lovely hello down here. It is £23, and I think it's a really, really versatile stamp set. So let me know if it's something you've got on your wish list, or if you've never seen that before. It's always nice to know what pops out of people and what doesn't. So the 2 cards that I have made for today's coffee and card look like this. And it was really nice today, actually. I gave people a choice of colours. We've not played too much with the new in colours. So today, people had the choice of the in colours. And lots of people went for the colours that I'm using. And lots of people were different as well. So it was really great to see people's creativity. For this card here, I've used boho blue for my background. And I've coloured with some of the new in colours and some of our core colours. I've used a little bit of retired ribbon only because I absolutely love it and I've got lots left. But this ribbon is one of my favourites. And then Pop your details in the comments. Any idea where this DSP in here might have come from? Let's see how close you know your papers already. And then for the second card, I went with something a little bit more simple. I've used the typewriter image just to share and show how you can create that really nice image there. And I've done some little flowers, little leaves behind, a little bit of twine, and then inside we've got happy birthday with another little flower. I've added in an embossing folder. Really love this embossing folder. I'm not sure what it's called. Let me just look it up. I should really write the name of it on my embossing folders. Let's see what they are. Now, I haven't got used to which page these embossing folders. It's Time Worn Type 3D. Wendy, well done. Gold star for you. Back of the zoo paper. It is, yes. On the back of it, you can't really see it. You've got the crocodiles. So well done. And Carol as well. Good work, ladies. So this is the Type Worn Type embossing folder. And I thought it went really nicely, especially with the typewriter. It's really tricky to see on camera, but it's really nice background pattern there. So let's make a little start on these. I think I'm going to use different colours from what I've made them in, just to mix it up a little bit. So for those of you that may not have followed on, we have 5 new in colours. So for every new annual catalogue that comes out, we get 5 new colours and they last for 2 years. So this year we've got sort of neutrally colours. We've got copper clay, which is an orangey brown. I really, really like this paper, this colour. We have Pebbled Path, which is a dark grey. It's not as dark as Basic Grey, and I would say it's a darker tone of grey granite rather than smoky slate. Then we have Wild Wheat, which is a really nice sort of muddy yellow colour. We have Boho Blue, which is my favourite, can't lie. And then we have Moody Mauve, which is like a dark, dusky pink, as someone described it today. So I am going to do something really different. I'm going to go with this lovely copper clay for our first card. Let's just move some pieces out of the way. And when I say the first card, I'm going to do this one first. Hello, Nicola. Thank you for joining us. Hope you are very, very well. So here we have copper clay. I have got what I would call a book fold card. So I'm going to pop it in my trimmer so that it's landscape. Line it up at 14.9 centimetres and cut. And then I want to turn it round, line it up at 10.5 centimetres and score. Then I have a top layer here that I'm just a bit smaller than our front, so that's 10 centimetres by 14.4 centimetres. Did I cut that right? I'm not sure I did. No, I did. Yeah, lovely. We're all good. Just doubting myself there. Then we want some white card. You're watching me instead of prepping for your class. Well, I'm very honoured about that, but please don't make yourself rush. So 2 pieces, or no, 1 piece of white we want for the inside, and that's the same size. So 10 centimetres by 14.4 centimetres. So now let's just do a little bit of scoring. So give your card base a nice crease, and then we're going to emboss this top sheet. Okay, I'm going to pop that in my embossing folder and just run that through my machine, which is behind me. You don't need to see that. always love revealing the little embossing folder. And this is really tricky for you to see. I think you can probably just see that there. That is going to get stuck down on the front of your card. Just going to find some glue. And stick this down. Oh dear. We had lots of glue issues at Coffee and Card today. Just stick that down on the front. And this piece on the inside, I'm going to stick that in as well. Okay, give that a little close. And then I'm going to take my ribbon and give that a little cut. So it's just a little bit narrower than our card, which is fine, just like that. And I'm going to stick that down with a little bit of ribbon. Those two colours look really nice together. Those sort of neutrally colours. That's going to get stuck down just about there. Perfect. Now I have my piece of DSP, and you're right, it is the Zoo Papers, and this measures 1 centimetre wide. So I'm just going to cut this on my trimmer because ever so slightly too wide. And then take your tear tape and stick that just on the back in the middle. And yes, it's too wide, but just keep watching and all will become clear. So that is going to get stuck down just in the centre, like so. And then once you've got it stuck down, just take your scissors and snip it, just so it's a little bit smaller. Perfect. Okay, so that's how I've done my centre piece. I'm just going to find my circle die. There it is. Still haven't put everything away from Coffee and Card today. I came home and Florence had a friend over, so everything is still in my bags. Evening to you, Sandra. Let's just cut one of these out. Oops, that's better. I'm loving the new in colours, even Wild Wheat. They are growing on me, I will be honest. I was not sure to start with, but they are definitely growing on me now. Okay, so that is my circle, and I'm going to use this lovely image here, just this one. Now I actually think I've got a faulty stamp set because my typewriter doesn't stamp very well. So I will show you all that shortly. And this one I'm going to stamp with Memento because we're going to do some colouring with our blends, our alcohol markers. So just pop this down in the centre, and then we can colour that in. So the colours that I've used for this, and there's not a great deal of image there to colour, I've got Calypso Coral, Moody Mauve, Boho Blue and Old Olive. And those colours look really, really lovely together, don't they? Quite like those. So I'm going to start with my Old Olive and I'm going to colour the leaves. It's one of those images you don't really have to do much to it. I've got some Calypso coral for this end flower over here. I've got some mauve for this, the flower on the other end. And then this last one is boho blue. So there we have the little image. And then underneath you've got the For You stamp. So this really threw me. So when you look in the catalogue, this piece and this piece are plain, and the sentiments are over here. Okay, when you get the stamp set, the words are inside those pieces of paper. So I thought, oh, how am I going to do that? I can't really use them. That's a bit interesting. But when you open the stamp set up, the sentiment's on its own. So don't panic when you receive your stamp like I did. Just look inside. So this says For You. And I'm going to stamp this in the colour of our card base. So on this one, I've stamped it in boho blue. So on this one, I'm going to stamp in copper clay. It's not really straight. Nice. It's quite a thick image as well. So there we have our decorated piece, and then that is going to get stuck down with a couple of dimensionals. And the reason I've done them like that is so that they sit over the top of the ribbon and down the bottom of the ribbon. So that is your card front all done. If you open it up, I've put Happy Birthday. I'm going to open that up. And this Happy Birthday is from the Sentimental Park bundle, which was in the mini catalogue and has carried over into this new catalogue. And I'm just going to put that right in the centre, like so. I love that Happy Birthday sentiment. So there we have it. Pop. Oh, I've got one more thing to do, and that's add a little gem, because life is better with a gem, isn't it? So let's just do this. And that little gem is just going in the centre of our daisy flower on the right. Okay, so pop in the comments the colour that you like better. They are both quite different. I do like the brown, but I think the blue is my favourite. So that is card number 1 started or finished. What I would do as well is I would just fray this bit of ribbon. So just pull a bit out, just so you've got another sort of texture on the card. Okay, so that's card number 1 all done, and we move on to card number 2. So for card number 2, I have used the typewriter image that's in the stamp set. So this one here, I've used the flower, the plant top, the leaves, and I've used some linen thread. So let's make a little start. So this one I've done in mauve. I'm going to do this next, my version, in wild wheat. Cooey, Denise, hope you're well. Thanks for joining us this evening. Just doing today's coffee and card design. So again, I'm going to do the card same size, and this is 14.9 centimetres across there. And then turn it round, and we want 10.5 centimetres. I want a piece of white. actually I want 2 pieces of white. Both of them are going to be 10 by 14.4. I'll cut myself a strip that is 10, turn it round and cut it into 14.4. We want 2 pieces that are the same. Okay, and that's our cutting done with our trimmer. So bring the card back in. My bunny scissors. Give the card a nice crease. And then your 2 pieces of white, one is for your outside and one is for the inside. So I'm going to emboss the outside one with this type worn type embossing folder, which I'll just run through. You might be able to see this one a little bit better. It looks more prominent in the white. So there we have it. Like that. There are words on there. You can't make too many of them out. But it's quite a nice little effect. Let's just pop that on. And then I want some scrap card to do my stamping. So I'm going to take the typewriter out and pop that on the block. And I want the top there like so. Okay, grab me some scrap. And I'm going to stamp this in basic grey. It would also look nice in pebbled path, but basic grey is what I used today, so I'll use it again. So look, my stamp isn't stamping very well, so we have to be quite rough with it. But I'm going to report this to Stampin' Up tomorrow. Just cleaning this because it's not very deep. Right, okay. So now take this and stamp it down. I might have to use a stamping mat. Let's see how we get on. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting. Quite a lot. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to report that to Stampin' Up tomorrow, and hopefully they will issue a new stamp. But if you use a stamping mat and really give it a press, you do get a good image, but you shouldn't have that. It should stamp quite nicely straight away. So this one here is your paper that sits in your typewriter, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up so that it sits just in those 2 little notches. So I think this is brilliant. It's such a cute little set. And the For You, on my card I've stamped in boho blue, and I think I'm going to do the same because it's already got some boho blue ink on it. Okay, so give that a nice little stamp and then pop that in the centre. Lovely. Although it's not come out boho blue, that's come out muddy because it wasn't boho, it was copper clay. Okay, so now we're going to just trim that out. It's a nice set to trim around. It's all quite straight lines. And I'm just leaving a little white line. Always like to leave a little white border around the edge. Lovely card. Thank you, Denise. Wendy, she had the same problem with the Lighthouse set years ago. I've had a couple of problems with other sets, so they are really, really good. I say, as their customer service goes, you can't really fault them. I've always been really impressed by how quickly they've sorted things out. Like that. So this piece here is going to go on my card like that. And then I'll need some leaves to stamp as well. So the leaves here are part of this plant image, but they are separate stamps. And this I'm going to stamp in Old Olive. And I'm going to stamp this twice. 1, 2. And we're going to cut this now. Just follow it around. So I have a little request for you all. So at the beginning of this video, I mentioned all the dramas I've had with Facebook. So I would be really, really grateful if you... I've basically lost all my followers, all my community that I've spent sort of 10 years building. And I just need people's help, really. So if you would be so kind to invite people to like my Stampin' Up page, I would be really, really appreciative. So you go to my page, you click on community, and you either click share or invite. I can't remember which one it is, but it will really help me rebuild my following on there. I am really concerned. I'm concerned because it's my old business page is still there, so it basically looks like I'm still there, nothing's changed, but I can't actually access that page anymore. So anyone who messages me on there, I can't see. I can't put a message on there to say that this page is no longer managed. It basically just looks like I've gone out of business, and if people message me, I'm ignoring them, which is really, really damaging, and I'm really concerned about it. So I just need as much help as possible. Okay, so there are my 2 leaves, and then I've got some linen thread that I'm going to just swirl underneath that. Take your linen thread, kind of straighten it out a bit. Off. And then turn it over, and I'm just going to put a couple of dimensionals on, like so. And then all I'm going to do is just swirl it around. Like that. And then once you've done that, pop your dimensionals in the space where there's no linen thread. And then turn it over and stick it down. That piece there is stick it down like that. Okay, so I've got my little swirl of linen thread under it. And then now I'm going to stick my little leaves down. Oh, Carol, it's so annoying. I've lost all my team groups. I've had fraud all over my bank account where they've accessed my PayPal. It's just been absolutely horrendous. Anything I've ever posted on Facebook has basically disappeared into the unknown, and Facebook have not answered any emails. They've not offered me any support. It's been awful. It's been a really horrendous pill to swallow. I'm just coming out the other side. So that's our outside done. And now for the inside, I'll just show you the inside of this one. It looks like this. I'm going to stamp myself a little plant pot. So I'm going to stamp the plant pot in wild wheat. Yes, very crazy. And I tend to get 90% of my business comes from Facebook. So it's huge, absolutely huge and really damaging. So I've stamped my plant pot. Now I'm going to stamp my leaves, but I've left a little gap because that's where I'm going to put my sentiment. Okay. So I've taken a little piece of white. I'm going to take this one actually. Don't need much at all, and I'm going to stamp that happy birthday that I used. Oh, you're a moderator for a sourdough group. So I had a moderator in my team groups, and they have made me an admin again. So put me back in the group on my new profile, made me an admin. But because I don't own the group, I can't do half the stuff I used to be able to do. I can't schedule things. I can't change any of the branding. I can't pin posts. There's so much I can't do. It's just awful. So I've had to start again, which is really annoying for my team. It's confusing because the old group will still be there. I can't change anything on it. It's just awful. But I must stop complaining about it. So sorry to bore you all. So there we have our little happy birthday, which I can stick in. And then there's a couple of last minute things I'm going to do. So I'm going to draw a little line around the inside of this panel. Like that one, and on this one I forgot to do it as well. No, Facebook won't help me at all. I've sent countless emails. I've reported them on Twitter. Or I've called them out on Twitter. I've gone through Meta. And the annoying thing is, when you try and report them, all you get back is, you do not have a valid account. No, and I don't have a valid account because you've disabled it. It's very frustrating. Right. So I have finished those two cards now. So we've got those two there. And then we have this one here. Let me know what you think in the comments. And you'll notice at the moment I've not used a certain colour on any of those. I have not used Pebbled Path, and there's a reason for that. And that reason is because I'm going to make a third design right now. So I already have a card base. No, that's not wide enough. I thought I had a card base. I'm going to cut myself a nice T. So this is going to be 10.5. And I'm going to score at 14.9. And then this one I'm going to take this piece and do 14.4 by 10. I'm going to grab me some crumb cake card and I'm going to cut a little shelf. So I'm going to do 1.5 centimetres or 2. Let's do 2. Turn it round, and I'm going to cut it down to 9 centimetres. How is Dave? Oh, Wendy, that's lovely. Good change of subject too. Dave is really well, thank you. He has made a good recovery from his little incident, and all is good with that little man. Thank goodness. So I've got a little bit of blending. Let's do a little bit of blending, shall we? I'm going to use my Pebbled Path ink pad. I'm going to go around the edge. Need to wash my blending brushes. Oh, I do need, look at that. That blending brush is not going well. Let's turn it over. It might dry lighter. Let's see how we get on. So basically my fibres in my blending brush, where I've not rinsed it for a while, are getting a little bit stuck together. So all you do is you run it under the tap, kind of clean the brush with your fingers and leave it to dry, and it's as good as new. I haven't done that in a little while, hence why it's doing this. So then I have my little shelf there. Okay. Just going to do another little roundy round. Lovely, jubbly. Okay, so I've made that. So that's my original piece, and that is too wide because that's the piece I should have done. Oh, goodness me. Let's trim this down. Yeah, look, it's like 1 centimetre too big. That's fine. We can cope with that. Let's just go around there again. Much, much better. So here's my card. And here, oh gosh, it's still not the right size. Nope. Dear. It's not good, is it? Not good at all. I'll be done with this in a minute. Perfect. Right, this should now be the right size. I hope you are all laughing along at home. So that's going to be my piece that sits on there. Okay, let's stick this down. And this is going to be my little shelf. Okay, so I'm going to stick my little shelf down, and I'm going to stick that down flat. Put it about there. Okay. So now let's grab some pieces. Where's my scrap white? There it is. So let's stamp a little, let's do some pecan pie. Pecan pie is a lovely colour. I'm going to stamp a couple of little flowers pots. And then I want some leaves to go in the top. Here are the leaves. Let's do this in Old Olive. Old Olive looked quite nice, didn't it? Line that up. Really nice. And this one. And then we can cut that out. Oh, I'm also going to stamp. Let's stamp this. I have an idea with this. The rainbow. I'm going to stamp that in Doubled Path. And I want the letter as well. And the letter is going to be in crumb cake. These images are so cute. And now let's trim. Oh, I want to do something else with this. So I'm going to take my ivory blend and I'm going to just colour inside that there. Right, so now let's trim these out. So basically we created a little shelf that all of these pieces are going to sit on. And I did want to put the typewriter on the shelf, but then the typewriter would be a disproportionate size to my flower. The typewriter's quite big. Everyone's still there. Who's still following me on along at home? Here we go. Nice bit of fussy cutting on a Monday night, just what I need. I like it. Still here trying to herd butterflies on a card. Nice. Me. I like that, Carol. Me. I've got a little letter. I've got a little rainbow. So you quite often see little rainbow ornaments, don't you? Kind of propped up. Follow this round. Not sure on the letter. I think the letter might need to come down. We'll see. Actually, in the Zany Zoo dies, there's something that I could use. So today I had my Zany Zoo card class and oh, it was so cute. We had such a nice afternoon. Lots of fussy cutting, of course. Lots of cute animals. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a little sneak peek of the cards. Haven't shared them yet. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. I will finish this and then I will show you all. Okay, we're doing all right for time. So I've got my little flowers. And then zany zoo dies, if I can find them. So in here, there is a little vase and some little flowers. And they are super small. And look here, little vase. And a little flower. Let's do the flowering green. I'm going to do this all in white and then just colour it in because it's a lot easier. Oh, it's the smallest die in the world. I'll show you in a second. Evening, Sophie. Did you have a nice holiday? Okay, so I'm going to show you how small this little die is. Okay, you know I'm going to lose these dies, don't you? Just saying. So that this is them here. 1, 2, and then little flowers. So I'm actually going to just colour those. Whilst they're on here. I'll do a little wild wheat for the tops. And then the little vase can be brown. Right. Now let's stick this together. I'm going to stick my little flowers down. Where are my dimensionals? Oh, so have you had a nice holiday? Are you home now? Are you all unpacked? Okay, let's put this first one on there. I'm going to put my second one there. A few more people have just come on. That's very nice. And then this little right, there's one there. Now I've got to find a way of sticking that on. Looks quite nice just as a little pot on its own though. Oh no, sorry to hear that. You're not very well. Let's try and stick this down. This is super fiddly, super fiddly. Nice. And then here I've got a little rainbow ornament. Let's stick that down. Let's put that down flat. And then I have one last little idea to bring our card together. Let's bring this in. Let's have a little bit of white card. I'm going to stamp this in black. So now let's just colour that in quickly. I'm going to colour this one. This is wild wheat I'm colouring in. And then I want some old olive for the leaves. Let's cut this out. I started out so well tonight. My desk was really tidy. I thought I'm going to keep this up. And for the first card, it was really tidy. And then it's all gone to pieces. And now it's a mess. Follow this over. Trying not to cut my fingers or cut any of the leaves off. Mum's cut 39 animals since Kath's getting home. Is that how many you've got left in your pack from your card kit? That's impressive. So I've got this, and he needs a little vase to put in. So let's stamp this. I'm going to stamp it in crumb cake, I think. But then I'm going to take my crumb cake blend and I'm going to colour it in. Is that dark? That is dark. Okay, let's cut this out. Stick that down like so. And then this is my little flower that's going to go in there. Oh gosh, I nearly dropped it. Nice, we are getting there now. So I'm just going to do myself a little line along the bottom and up the sides. And then I want a little sentiment. What's in the set? For you, you hold the key to my heart. Hi. I'm going to do the happy birthday, I think, this one here. Stamp that up there. And then just trim this out. And that there says happy birthday. And there we go. That is my little shelf card. Busy looking shelf. But I really like that. I think that's a really sweet little card. What do you think? Do let me know in the comments what you think. Just want to have a little tidy down. We'll do a little recap. So tonight I have made today's coffee and card cards, and this is using the Just My Type stamp set. So you've got 2 with the typewriter, you've got 2 with the flowers, and then you've got this little one here that's a little bit of a shelf, quite a lot of detail, a lot of fussy cutting, and I've used all of the 5 ink colours. So let me know what you think in the comments. Just going to go back so I can have a look now at you all. There you all are. So that is me all done for the evening. I look really tired now, don't I? So I will say cheerio for now. I'll be live again on Thursday at midday. I've really tried to do this over the last few weeks, but life has got in the way. But I will definitely be live this Thursday on YouTube. If you're not available at that time, please don't worry. You will be able to catch the replay straight after at any time you want to. And I look forward to seeing you all then. Oh, I forgot to show you this month's cards, didn't I? Let me go back and I will show you them. What did I do with them? Here they are. So this month's card class was all about the Zany Zoo suite, which for those of you that don't know is my absolute favourite suite in the whole catalogue, possibly my favourite suite ever. So we've made 5 cards today, or I've designed 5 cards for the class. Just move that out of the way, you can see this better now. I designed 5 cards using the product. So we have this one here. This is half a crocodile and a fox on a little bike ride. Something great to celebrate you. Really liked putting that together. That's using the basic border dies. None of these are online at the moment, so you're getting a sneak peek. Next we have a little bit of lots going on this one. 4 little creatures having the time of their lives, playing music, having a sing, having a party, with Mr. Llama not looking very impressed. And these images are all cut from the bottom of the papers. So I really tried to not use so many animals. And as my mum has commented tonight, she's still got 39 animals left. Next we have a little meditating sloth. Have you ever seen anything so cute? The trees come from the papers. I've used some of the background papers up there, and I've paired these cards with the countryside corner dies. So that's number 3. Number 4, I couldn't not use the dies to create a little party scene. So we called this Dancing Queens at class today. So we've got a reindeer, a leopard and a sheep all having a lovely little dance party. Isn't that just cute? And then the last one, I saw this on Pinterest last night, not this particular design, but this sort of style of card on Pinterest, and I absolutely had to case it. And I'll quote the person who I've cased this from when it goes online. I can't remember for the life of me who it was, but genius idea. So this is a trio style card, a sort of pull out card. The card base is actually this little area here, and then I've used the dies to just create a bit of a pop-up style. I've matched them with the this one isn't actually my card, this is someone else's card from card class today, so someone's gone home with mine, which is fine. I've matched this with the new, I can't remember what these are called, the new word dies that are in the catalogue, and I'd love to tell you what they're called, but I love them. They were one of my standout products. So that's the Wanted to Say dies down here, page 167. So these animals all having a lovely little party. I've used some more of the DSP, and the card is the same size as a standard card, so it will fit in the envelope. It might be you're missing one, Mum. Has yours got a double? The one you've got, oh, Debbie's got it, hasn't she? I'll catch up with you afterwards. So that is card number 5 from my card class. So that is going live to my online customers on Tuesday. Really looking forward to sharing that one. If you wanted to, it's too late to order a kit, sadly. If you wanted to order the PDF, you can do. There's a small charge of £5, and that includes the videos and the measurement guide. Or if you place an order for £45 in May, which we've not got long left, you will get the PDF to make this class, including the videos. And if you spend £100, you will get a kit to go along with it. So that is my March card class. And that's all from me tonight. So just leaves me to say thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you spending some time with me and for helping me out with my Facebook mission. And I look forward to being live with you all again very, very soon. So have a great week, and I look forward to speaking to you. Bye for now.